Well, hello there. Today, I believe, is June 3rd, 2016. It is 12:40 local time here in Costa Rica, specifically Hone Creek, Costa Rica. I'm about 3 miles from Puerto Viejo on the Caribbean coast. This is our compound right here where I'm living until we get our 2 developments finished. It's like our home base. It's been a while since I've been doing any videos. Had a lot going on. A lot of planning going on. I know you guys know what's going on in the United States with Iran and all this other stuff that's going on with the oil and the gas prices. Before I left, I was actually at a gas station where they didn't have any gas. At least they didn't have any regular, and the second one, they had premium, but they didn't have the other stuff. This stuff is getting old, y'all. It's getting old. The fighting, the bickering that you see up front, it's just the front for you guys. They have these plans that they put together and they're carrying them out. They want you to think that there's a difference. They want you to think that there's a difference between the Democrats and Republicans and all these other folks. But in the end, it's just one plan, and it's against you and for them. They're planning. They're building bunkers. They're still making a whole bunch of money on stocks with their insider information. And the American economy, at least for the middle class, continues to sputter. It's on life support. In my opinion, the whole country's on life support. All they have to do is stop using the dollar as the world's reserve currency. And in the past, when leaders tried to do that, they were unalived. When Gaddafi tried to do that and unite the African countries, he disappeared. And there's some other ones that tried to get the dollar away from being the reserve currency. Now we got BRICS, and we have a few original countries, but now a whole bunch of people are trying to get on board with BRICS. Everybody wants to run from the United States. Everybody wants to run from what's going on in Washington. And like I said before, it doesn't matter what party is in office. I don't vote because changing the players without changing the game is an exercise in futility. Nothing has changed for us in the past 8 decades or more, really. They act like things are changing. They act like there's been some upgrades, but everything's going backwards. Everything's going behind. And it's not working. So, see, one of the reasons I'm here, just food everywhere. I went on my property that's about, I guess, 20 miles north of here. We found lime trees. We found 3 or 4 coconut, 11 or 12 coconut trees and 3 or 4 pineapple bushes. Got a soursop, got cacao out there. And then we went to the other property yesterday, and my favorite was their mango. Just had to take somebody with me that knew what they were talking about. We didn't know we had it. Breadfruit and a whole bunch of other stuff on there. And when we look at it and there's something growing on it, we can tell that there's something there. And sometimes we can tell what it is. But these people know what the tree is even when it's not blooming. So happy to say that I have all of that, and we're going to add more. I have a woman here that she produces starter trees. So whatever I don't have, then we'll buy the starter trees from her and get that going. But back to what I was saying about the United States. I don't know if anybody else is looking from any of the other countries, but the United States is not going forward. And when you're not going forward, inertia will take you backward. So what are you doing for yourself and your family to get yourself together? I don't know. I'm asking you to do something. You don't have to even listen to me. Just research on your own. I selected Costa Rica for various reasons that I've talked about before. You won't freeze to death. It's hot and muggy here, and it's hot and muggy most of the time. Right now, it's maybe about 80, 85 degrees. Very humid, rains a lot. But that's all year. I have this huge papaya tree in my front yard over here. And when I got the house in 2024, it was about 5 feet tall. Somebody evidently ate some of the papaya and threw it across into this field. And it didn't take long for this little papaya tree. When I came here in October, it wasn't much taller than me. Now, this little papaya tree is across the street. Also got some cacao back there. I asked the people, but they didn't want to sell this little, well, it's big actually. This is a big lot across here. They didn't want to sell it, so whatever. Anyway, this is for you all that have not been listening for a while. This is the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica and the Limon province. We're on the South Caribbean. I am maybe about 50 miles north of Panama. It's easy to go to Panama if you want to go over there. But you see the bananas over here? It's just everything growing everywhere. There are a lot of things about this place that are not favorable, but you just have to get used to it. They don't have Amazon. They don't have street names. I found out the name of my street by chance. It's very slow here. Very, very, very slow. Things move slowly. Permits and permissions to build and all that's kind of going slow. So I am the forerunner for that. I'm the one that's doing all this up front right now. And the people that come down later and buy lots and homes from us, they won't have to go through all of that. There are people that have purchased at our Middle of Paradise Beach site and our Middle of Paradise Hills site. These are people that are patient. Gotta be patient, because it's gonna be a while. But there are also people that can see the vision. The ones that don't see the vision and want something that's move-in ready, you're gonna pay 4 times extra. 4 times the cost of what it's gonna cost now, because prices are rising. When I first started coming here, the dollar was 616 against the colone. Today is 482. That's how far the dollar has fallen, from 616 to 482. And honestly, I just wired some money before I left over into Colón, so I wouldn't have to take the hit like that, because it's taking a big L. And we got to adjust our prices on our land and stuff now, because otherwise we're going to take a big L on that too. So I'll be here a little while longer. Came down here for, a little vacation with my family, and also for some medical tourism. I actually had some dental medical tourism that cost me $1,000 less than it would have cost at home. Did that in San Jose with one of the holistic dentists. And we'll be following up with that the next time. So you guys just start really, you should be beyond thinking about what you're gonna do for yourself and your family. This is my Tonka truck here, by the way. When I come down here, I drive the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. Beyond thinking about what you're going to do, you need to start making some plans. I don't know how much longer our economy is going to hold up. I'm hearing a lot of different things concerning the oil and how much longer we're going to have it. And yes, we have reserves, but yes, they're being sold. And there's so much information out there, you don't know what to believe sometimes. And when you can believe it, you don't know what's as relevant as they're trying to make it. But You know, use your instinct. Make sure your family is going to be okay. I'm praying that mine will. I'm taking steps to try to facilitate that. So I'm going to go and see if my folks are ready to go to the beach, because that's where my granddaughter wants to go today. And I may check back in with you guys later. I may not. Just know that things are moving on. Talk to you later.